Hello and welcome to Memento Mori's horror movie reviews. Today's review is on the movie The Conjuring, which was released on July 19th, 2013, which is today as I'm doing this review. The storyline itself revolves around paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. They work to help a family terrorized by this dark presence in their farmhouse that they just recently bought. They are forced to confront this powerful spirit, and the Warrens actually find themselves caught in the most terrifying case of their life, according to this summary of it. Little backstory: Ed and Lorraine Warren actually were paranormal investigators in the 60s to 70s. I'm not sure how long their paranormal investigations actually took place. They're also authors, and the husband, Ed Warren, actually became quite a famous demonologist, author, and lecturer. He'd go around to colleges and actually talk about demonology and stuff like that. So the storyline itself, I actually give it a 10 out of 10. It actually shows two different families, the Warrens and the Warren family, which is the farmhouse family, and how they meet, how they go through everything they need to do. It actually sticks close to what a lot of paranormal investigators do. And what I understand, it's actually really close to how the Warrens operated when they were doing their investigations as well. Now, everything from the movie is allegedly true. I have no say on if it's false or not, because I wasn't there, obviously. But if it is true, if all the events that happen in it are true, I'd give it the storyline a 10 out of 10. It's a awesome story, and I would really, really love to read the paperwork that Ed and Lorraine wrote up for this case. I really would love to. Rewatch value. I'd give that a 7 out of 10, all depending on how quickly you get bored of watching the same thing over and over again. Of course, I wouldn't recommend watching it back to back. If you do watch it again, I would recommend waiting like a week or two, or watching it with friends. This is definitely a movie you should watch for guys or girls. You should watch this with your significant other. It's a really good horror movie for a date, in my opinion. CG quality. There wasn't very many CG effects in the movie. A lot of it was actual practical effects from what I saw. There were a very small handful of CG effects, and the ones that were CG were really nicely done, in my opinion. So the CG quality, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. They could have done a little better in certain places, but overall, really nicely done. Costume design. The storyline takes place in the 70s, and whenever I see a movie based off the 70s, I always see, at least one character have the hippie tie-dye clothing. But it actually showed, in my opinion, a typical 70s family. And that isn't, hippie, tie-dye, stuff like that. It actually is a pretty normal outfit. I really like that. It was a nice fresh change for a movie taking place in the 70s. The ghost costumes and all the stuff that should appear with the ghosts, those were really nicely done. The main antagonist spirit was really freaky. It was really nicely done. A little over the top with how she moved around, but still nicely done. The other ghosts that appear in the story, because there are multiple ghosts, as you would expect with Ed and Lorraine Warren, were nicely done as well. They really did fit, in my opinion, the characters they were trying to represent based off of the backstory of the spirits. Overall, I'd give the movie a 9 out of 10. It's a really good movie. I highly recommend going and seeing it. And when it comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, or download, whatever it is at the time, buy it. It's definitely a movie I'm going to be getting when it comes out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I hope this has convinced you to go and see the movie. So I shall see you guys next time. Bye.